Okay, this here is our 91 long rifle. It's dated 1918. It was made in the last year, World War I, or something like that. Yeah, it was 1918. So, this is in good shape, has decent rifling, and we have the old style sight, which we are going to rock all the way up forward. And now you got this humongous giant V in the back here, okay? I found that these older guns, if they really haven't been fooled with or reworked, which I don't think this one does, other than maybe refinished or something, generally this is the sight that, you know, like everyone describes. A lot of my fixed sight guns vary in how to use them and at what range and with what ammo. I really haven't shot this rifle much. I did test at one time the jacketed bullets, and they shot very well out of this gun. So now we're going to get down to where we're going to see where it hits. So what we're going to do is put the black down on top of the rear sight and put the front sight notch way at the bottom of this giant V groove and just see where we are and take it from there. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we got one that was close and one way down here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-inch difference. Either this gun really don't like to cast bullets, or trying to line them sights up with that huge difference is extremely difficult. So we're going to try a couple more and concentrate and see what we can do. Okay, I think we're starting to see why the Carcano can get a rep as an inaccurate gun. We know the ammunition is good. You can put 3 shots almost in one hole. So the ammo's consistent. Okay. Go to my video on making the cast bullets or the cast bullet load for the 6.5 Carcano, and I got the velocities and everything, the targets where I tested this. What the problem is the concept of the sight. I mean, back in the old days, that was the way they wanted everything, 0 to 300 yards. All the old guns were like that. But the way this sight works is kind of different. I mean, this V is huge. It's like 3 or 4 times bigger than the ones on the World War II guns. So it looks like 1.5 miles from the bottom of that notch to the top of the front sight compared to the last gun I shot. So, and it could be anything. I could have shifted it in my shoulder. I could have just moved that where I put it in the bottom of the notch just a hair. And you see the difference, like 8-10 inches. So you have to know where the gun shoots. You have to understand the way the sights work on your rifle, because they're not all the same. I've found that out. And you got to be consistent, and it's difficult when you have that wide margin like that. To clean that up a little. So let's try it again, and I'm going to see, what was I doing? Down at the bottom, yeah, and it's anything. I could have moved my head. So we'll get down on the stock, and see, this is humongous. It's hard to line up the rear sight because it's so wide, you know, to float this thing up there. So let me try to get that black in the center of this V and keep it down, see where that goes. just to see if I can get a better sight picture, line up easier, and remember, because I got the lines on the papers almost lined up, so I got something to help line up that front sight. Okay, I tried to put two of them in the same place, but it is difficult. So let's go down and take a look. Okay, a lot better. Got two in the black. Now your windage on this gun too, that notch is so wide, you can just shift your shoulder one way to the other. I tried getting down on it, holding it tight, trying to get the same thing. And like I said, you see the paper, I can see that. And that's what I line up the top of the rear sight and put the little front sight down towards the bottom where I could see it fairly well. I mean, we'll go try to bang some more in there. Remember where those two are, or I'll tape them up. That way we'll see if we're consistent. Okay, now that we figured out where we're shooting and can get it in the black at 50 yards, I'm going to try to repeat that, run 4 more down, and if we get them in the black, then we're going to move on to 100 and 200 yards with our rifles today. Let's go take a gander. Okay, as you see, with a little patience, practice, not bad. 2 touching right there. So, it's totally different sight picture. Your rear sight, the top, centers this bullseye, and you put the front sight notch down at the bottom of the notch, and you're in bullseye city, point of impact. So this one works totally different than the other ones. Total different sight picture, but the gun is accurate, you know, for a gun well over 100 years old. You know, probably a little bit of practice and not as much coffee in the morning, I do a lot better with it. Now we're going to move on to the longer ranges. Okay, we have our 91 built in 1918 up next. We're going to give it a run at 100 yards. We're going to use the same sight pictures we did at 50 yards. trying to bisect the center of the target with the top of the rear sight, and then putting the front sight in the bottom. I'm going to put 2 rounds down there, see where we are, see how close we are, what adjustments we'll have to end up making. A lot of this is guessing. At 100 yards, a 5.5-inch bull looks like a pinhead out there. Check it with the spotting scope. Okay, I got one on a paper high. Like I said, a lot of guessing. This is where you're better off having a cardboard. If I ain't too successful with this one at 100, I may not try it at 200. But again, a lot of guesswork. Just finding the right spot. Okay, it's just a matter of Kentucky windage and getting it down into the black.
I have in the past been able to get 300 yards, but it is I had to do it again today.
Okay, with our Model 91 rifle, a lot more difficult once we get out. This 5.5-inch bull is real difficult to pick up in the sights, even when I got it lined up the top of the rear sight. First shots were up high. So then I tried readjusting, got a group up here high, and was kind of sticking in there till I kind of Kentucky windaged over, you know, moved the sight over, picture over, and got some in the black. So that's that, but I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go to the 200 with 2 other guns. This one I may have to take out at another point in time.